Good day, I'm Lisa Rowe and this is your JIS News for Thursday, May 29, 2025. Government is monitoring the deportation of Jamaican nationals with a firm, coordinated response. That assurance comes from both the Ministers of National Security and Foreign Affairs, as a flight of 107 deported nationals were set to arrive today from the United States. These are included among approximately 2,500 nationals confirmed for removal from the United States, in line with due process and logistical arrangements over the next 2 years. 331 nationals were removed between January and April this year. In a statement released yesterday, the Security and Foreign Affairs ministers stressed that the government had been closely monitoring developments in deportation trends and systems were activated to manage any potential increase in returns. Minister Horace Chang says the government continues to monitor the matter carefully and remains in direct communication with its counterparts in the United States and other jurisdictions. Minister Kamina Johnson-Smith adds that the government has long taken proactive steps to address the issue and says existing systems are aligned to safeguard both public safety and the rights of returning Jamaicans. Bearing in mind that some deportees have only committed immigration breaches, while others may have serious criminal backgrounds, she stresses that the National Security Council is actively assessing risks and strengthening strategies to protect public safety. Cabinet recently approved a coordinated deportation response action plan and established a multi-agency working group to ensure an orderly, secure, and humane process for any mass returns. The country is prepared for the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season, which begins on June 1, with all shelters in a state of readiness. Minister of Local Government and Community Development Desmond McKenzie gave that assurance on Wednesday during his sectoral debate presentation in Parliament. He says the shelters have been visited and assessed by the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management (ODPEM), along with the Ministries of Labour and Health.
On all shelters in Jamaica, based on the reports, are in a state of readiness in case there is a need to use our shelters. We have provided the resources, Madam Speaker, to ensure that the country can respond, Madam Speaker.
ODPEM will be using its existing emergency radio system and Starlink, which is a satellite-based internet, to enhance its communication. And municipal corporations have been advised that their parochial revenue fund (PRF) allocations in May and June should be used for drain cleaning mitigation across the country. Minister McKenzie adds that several recommendations coming out of an evaluation undertaken by the Disaster Risk Management Review Committee on the state of Jamaica's disaster infrastructure are now being implemented.
So, Madam Speaker, I urge the country to listen to the various bulletins, members of Parliament, councillors, to engage your constituents, especially those who are in areas that are prone to flooding.
The government is investing $500 million to build 45 new concrete indigent houses this year, the highest number ever in a single year. While speaking in Parliament on Wednesday, Minister of Local Government and Community Development Desmond McKenzie revealed that the houses would be built in St. Thomas, St. James, Clarendon, Portland, and St. Anne.
The government made a commitment to improve our people's lives, whether their social standings. We have been keeping the promise by doing many things, including building strong, modern, pretty, indigent housing, well-furnished, Madam Speaker.
He also announced that 22,800 new streetlights will be installed across the island over the next 2 years.
This means that there are 228 municipal divisions in Jamaica. Each of them will get 50 streetlights installed each year. And members of Parliament and the average Jamaicans can make application for life, Madam Speaker.
Stricter penalties are coming under the Telecommunications Act for individuals found guilty of trespassing, meddling, interfering with, or tampering with any telecommunications facility. This, according to Portfolio Minister Darrell Vaz, who was making his sectoral debate presentation recently. He points out that for years, telecommunications service providers have raised concerns about the significant financial burden caused by theft and vandalism of their infrastructure.
Earlier this year, operators were faced with a bill of more than $200,000 through one act of vandalism, while the current penalties in law for these nefarious actions are a mere fraction of the cost. We are waging the war on serious crimes and wanton criminality, and we are winning. And we intend to do the same here with theft and vandalism of equipment.
To address this, the Law Reform Amendment of Penalties Act was tabled in the House of Representatives on May 20 by Minister of Finance and the Public Service Favour Williams. Meanwhile, Minister Vaz says that ahead of this hurricane season and beyond, a more agile and robust response is expected from players in the telecommunications sector.
Our major telecommunication providers have promised to up their game by moving more equipment on island once an announcement of an impending hurricane is made, to invest in additional generators and solar technology to decrease dependency on a single source of energy and a greater uptime for all cell sites.
The Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining is looking to introduce a pension scheme for farmers to improve their financial security after retirement. Minister Floyd Green made the announcement during his sectoral debate presentation in the Parliament on Tuesday.
A lot of farmers work hard. Yes, sir. And then when they decide to stop their farming, they don't have anything to fall back on. Unfortunately, some farmers keep going, even though they are not so strong, because they're afraid if they stop, they don't have anything to fall back on.
He says the ministry will be advocating for $1 billion in startup funding to launch the pension program. In addition to the pension initiative, the minister also announced support for 5,000 farmers to enroll in the parametric weather insurance scheme offered by Grace Kennedy Insurance. The program provides weather-related protection for farmers, particularly those in high-risk, disaster-prone areas.
I'm pleased to announce that this year we will be providing support for 5,000 farmers to sign up for the GKI Weather Protect Insurance Scheme. We're going to target the disaster-prone areas.
And finally, Agra Parks across the island are set to benefit from free internet access as the Universal Service Fund, USF, expands its reach beyond traditional community access points to support national development goals. Speaking at a JIS think tank, CEO of the USF, Charlton McFarlane, revealed that plans were underway to partner with the authorities managing Jamaica's 10 Agra Parks to bring connectivity to these critical agricultural zones.
They have expressed to us the need for internet connection. One Agra Park is about 500 acres. No community access point. No community Wi-Fi. No single community Wi-Fi covers 500 acres. So this is a major undertaking of the USF.
The CEO makes the point that providing reliable internet would significantly improve the efficiency of farmers.
Our farmers will now be in a position to better monitor their farms, to better track their livestock. We know we have challenges with predial larceny and stuff like that. So all of this that we are doing with providing this connectivity is geared at improving and making more efficient how our farmers are able to manage within these agri-park zones.
This initiative is part of a broader strategy by the USF to re-energize community access points across the island. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Lisa Rowe. Thanks for watching.